Are you tired of the endless supply of terrible storytelling? Of uninspiring, nihilistic stories that permeate most of modern day entertainment? Are you tired of the diversity, equality, and inclusion standards that are forced upon movie creators and actors? Well, so are we. So go with us on a journey as we chronicle for you the latest news in entertainment, as we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of the film industry, and as we pave a way forward to see the kingdom of Christ grow and the dragon of secularism meet its end. Now, if you want to support us in our mission, please head over to patreon.com/the Powell Bros, or follow the link in the show notes. There you will gain access to our exclusive show, the Powell Bros Mini Reviews, as well as early access to both Movie Chronicles and movie reviews. Now, on with the show.
Welcome back to Movie Chronicles with the Powell Bros. We are here again, and I guess we're back now. Couple week break, but
Yep.
yeah, we're here. Got some news for you. Got some topics to discuss and movies to talk about. The usual. I'm one of your hosts, Tobiah Powell. Joined with Trent, your other host. Trent, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing great. Excited as always.
Yep.
For Movie Chronicles.
Yep.
Got some topics. Not as much as I was expecting, kind of being off 2 weeks, but
No, yeah, it's kind of been...
yeah, got some stuff.
Yeah. There's that trailer that dropped today with Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt in the new Russo brothers movie, The Electric State. It's coming out on Netflix March 14th.
Yeah, I briefly saw it. I didn't watch the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full trailer. I've watched snippets of it, but yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think Russo brothers have done a couple movies for Netflix as of recent, and I don't think they've been very good, if I can remember. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. Looks like an interesting movie. I don't really know much about it, but
okay. Yeah. Do you know what it's about?
Something about like a robot that they find that's I think they go on a journey with a robot, and I think Millie Bobby Brown is trying to find her brother or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. A lot of things about robots as of late.
Yeah.
Got Elon Musk and his iRobots are gonna be there to serve you, to follow the rules of robotics until those rules are broken, or until they conflict with the interest of humans and take over the world.
Yep.
But in all honesty, what Elon Musk unveiled, like with the van and the the Tesla cab and the what is it, Optimus robots or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
Optimus.
It's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Like say what you will. I mean, however, I've seen a lot of sci-fi movies. I know where this could lead, but yeah,
Yeah.
they're just movies, right?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep. It's just funny. Like, have you seen the pictures? Like it looks exactly like iRobot.
Yeah.
Like even the van and the car and then the robots. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what. Apparently I saw an article. I don't know if it was legit, but apparently the director of iRobot was like mad that Elon Musk, or like claimed that Elon Musk stole his designs from iRobot.
That's funny.
It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I mean, they do look similar.
Yeah.
That's a movie I haven't seen in a while that I would love to see.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The
how far Will Smith has fallen.
Yeah. There was something that I saw something that said that all the all the Optimus robots were just being controlled by people at computers.
Oh yeah.
It's just like the Amazon stores where you walk into the store and you get your stuff and you leave. That actually was found out that it was just people in India watching you shop and just kept track of what you grabbed and what you put away.
Right. It's like
It wasn't technology, it's just people watching you.
just people watching. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting because when they're interacting and talking to the robots, it's kind of it doesn't seem like AI. It seems like you're actually talking to a real person. So I don't know. And then like the bartender, I mean, I mean I don't know. I mean, it was like pouring the drinks kind of slow, and it was having a little bit of trouble that you would expect from a robot. So maybe it is legit, but I think it's legit. I think Elon Musk is like or I mean, these are all prototypes. This is like, hey, this is what's coming. Like these aren't available yet. He did put a price tag on it. I think like the robots are like going to be like 30 to 50 grand.
20 to 30.
20 to 30, which like
super low.
Doesn't seem that much. So,
yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Which I don't know.
Affordable robots.
I think there's just somebody I think there's just somebody watching and controlling it like a like a remote control plane.
Sure.
That's all it is.
Not autonomous. Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Who knows?
I don't want that to be true, but it just seems more likely to be the case.
Yeah. Well, didn't expect to be talking about that, but because I also saw the Wild Robot in Transformers 1, which I'll save to the end to talk about, because I want to talk about animation a little bit. But I don't know, Joker 2. So I was gonna go see Joker 2, but I chose not to, mostly because I haven't had time to see it. But after all the reviews came out, and after I've pretty much heard the plot and all the problems surrounding it, I've decided I'm probably not going to see it in theaters. Also, it's supposed to go to like streaming. Well, you can buy or pay to rent it by the end of the month, I think. So it's like already coming to streaming. But but anyways, like it's what I was worried about as it pertains to this movie, but it's even worse than I was expecting. And it just, I mean, have you heard kind of the plot and kind of where the movie went, the kind of the purpose of the movie? It's a middle finger to the fans, I guess. It's it's the director Todd Phillips pretty much saying like, you like the first Joker, well, too bad, because I'm gonna completely destroy that character. I'm gonna completely deconstruct him, and not only finish the movie where he began, but I'm gonna make it even worse off than where he began. Completely just ruin the character, and then make the first movie completely pointless and meaningless. It's basically what he did. So it's like, it's whatever.
It's so sad because that was Joaquin Phoenix's first sequel.
It's his first one.
And probably gonna be his last.
Probably his last. Well, have you heard how much Joaquin Phoenix and I think Lady Gaga and Todd Phillips, the director, got paid for?
Oh, I'm sure it's insane. And all they did was just dance on stage. Like, from what I can tell, this movie had 2 locations.
Oh yeah.
Like it seemed like a courtroom and a stage. And like
pretty much.
I'm pretty sure that's the only 2 locations this movie had.
Yeah. Except for the budget is like over $200 million.
Yeah. Insane.
But most of it went to Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, and Todd Phillips because they got paid like $20 to $30 million each. Which, like, say it's $30 million, that's $90 million. Like, average $30 million, it's $90 million just for those 3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
DC, it was like, we want a sequel. Todd Phillips was like, I don't want a sequel. Well, here's some money. Okay, I'll give you a sequel, but I get to do what I want with it, and you can't say anything about it. And so he does what he wants with it, and then it bombs, and it's gonna lose ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
It's going to lose probably about $200 million.
Yeah.
You know, you have $200 million budget plus whatever marketing cost was, and once, you know, all is said and done, money goes to the theaters and everything, like the return is going to be like not much.
Seriously though, like as soon as money is involved, movies just go to crap. Like,
Yeah. Usually.
because they have no incentive to like do their best or nothing. They've already gotten paid, so they're just going to make crap. Like they don't care anymore.
Well, yeah, but it's like interesting because like Todd Phillips, this is his character, this is his story he created, and he got creative control over the sequel. And yeah, money was involved, but like that's the thing is he didn't want to do a sequel, and then money got involved, and it's like, okay, I'll do a sequel, but I'm gonna piss everyone off.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. So you're right, but at the same time, it's like this is a unique situation. Usually, my complaint is, you hire people that don't care about these characters, that only care about the paycheck, or they're activists and they have their own agendas, and they don't know the property that they're writing, that they're directing. Like with Star Wars, like, I mean, Rian Johnson, I think, is an example. Like he did not care about the character of Luke Skywalker.
Well, it's because
he completely ruined him.
It's because he didn't care anymore. After the first Joker, he didn't care about the character anymore. Like he made that movie.
He didn't want to do a sequel.
He made what he considered in his eyes a masterpiece. And once you make a masterpiece, you're not going to make a sequel to the masterpiece. You don't do that. Like you just don't.
Right.
Because it never works. And he didn't care about the character because he's like, I did it. I made it perfect. Why should I do it again?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not perfect, but in his eyes is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. It made a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was successful and it was popular, and people do like
it. It is considered a masterpiece by people.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, and this is what I was saying from the beginning. I'm sure it's what you were saying, is like, it did not need a sequel.
Yeah.
It was so dumb and stupid to make a sequel, and all that money. So, and apparently they didn't make much money on the first movie, like Return. I think because they had to, there was something contractually that happened where Warner Bros didn't get like as much money as they probably could have off the movie, because they weren't expecting it to be a success. They did not expect it to be successful. I can't remember what it was. There was something contractually that they had with someone else or another studio or something, where it resulted in them not making as much money as they could have made on this $1 billion movie. And so then they take that whatever money they did make, and then they put it in this movie, and now it bombs, and then they lose all that. You know, they you know, they're playing poker, and they keep going all in. They're going all in now, and they're losing everything, all their chips, and they lost everything, and it's bombed.
Yeah.
Warner Bros is probably one of the stupidest studios out there, aside from current day Disney.
Yeah.
Like Warner Bros has some of the greatest properties of all time in Harry Potter, Batman, Superman, all the DC characters. They have I know they have another big franchise. What was it? I know there's another one, but like we'll just stick with those.
Well, they have Looney Tunes. They have
Looney Tunes. What has Looney Tunes done? Space Jam 2. Let's get Jabron Lames in here and make a Space Jam 2 movie that no one liked. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they I don't know what's going on at that studio. That studio is, I'm sure they're gonna like go bankrupt or something. Harry Potter, what they had the Fantastic Beasts movies. First one, okay, fine, decent, whatever, fun, cool spin-off. Second one was awful, completely bombed. Third one, even worse, terrible movie. Franchise dead. They were gonna make like at least 5 movies.
Yeah.
Finished at third. Their biggest mistake was firing Johnny Depp. But yeah. Either way, that franchise dead. Harry Potter, you know, they're doing the TV show. I think, like we've said this before. I think that there's a lot of potential there. It's a good idea, I think. it has potential to be the greatest, probably the biggest, most popular TV show of all time. Like it's Harry Potter, everyone's gonna watch it. It could be terrible though. It could bomb and not make it past season 1 or 2. But Batman. What have they done with Batman in the last 10 years?
They made the Penguin.
Oh yeah, that's actually really good. Did you?
Well,
have you seen episode 3?
I'm still only halfway through episode 2.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, it is a really good show.
Or episode
but it's
4.
It's
Wait,
like
episode 4 just dropped.
I feel like it's still because of Batman that's still a good show. Like it's still the fact
100%.
that we're like in the Batman world.
Let me rewind. I think take it out of the Batman universe and it's just a good show. It's just a well-told story.
Yeah.
Well written.
Yeah, but I feel like
it's about a crime underworld.
But it's in the Batman world, so like like Batman's out there somewhere. Like when you're watching it, like I think you're
aware of that.
But anyway, they haven't done anything with Batman.
Well, so I don't want. Should I go down this rabbit hole?
What? With Batman?
Well, apparently, there's rumors that spoiler everyone if you care. This is a spoiler. Apparently, Robert Pattinson's Batman is supposed to show up in Penguin. It's like going to be a big reveal. Like they're keeping it under wraps, and
I could see it happening.
And they said that he's definitely not going to, but then there's been leaks and rumors that he's going to show up. So, anyways, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
but, I mean, and apparently like the reason that hasn't shown up yet. For one, there's not been like any crazy events that have happened that would like necessitate Batman showing up necessarily. That was redundant. Apparently Batman, after the movie, he's kind of like retreated and he's like trying to like figure out, okay, who he's going to be as the hero and like what does it mean now for him having learned his lesson to be the Dark Knight and so forth. So, it could be, but okay, another topic I didn't want to get on. But Warner Bros. So like, what if they had Ben Affleck and his Batman, which that could have been a really good movie. Okay, like
yeah,
say what you will about
the best Batman movie ever.
I think it could have been, yes, 100%. I think his Batman was one of the best in live action. Not a big fan of him as Bruce Wayne necessarily, though. Then again, it's not bad.
When you look at him as an actor taking on the role of Bruce Wayne, I think he did amazing. Despite, maybe bad writing sometimes, maybe bad storytelling sometimes. If you take that out and you just look at his character and the way he's acting, it's perfect. Like he is perfect. And given him a perfect script, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, I just don't like Ben Affleck that much as an actor, but as Batman, I did like him, and I thought he did a good job with Batman vs Superman in what I would say is pretty bad movie. In my opinion, I know you like it a little more than others. I go back and forth on it. Like there are elements of it. I was so let down by the end of when I first saw it, 'cause I had so much like hype for it and like I was so excited about it, and they did too much in it. The whole Martha stuff just bugs me, and let's not get into it. And then Justice League happened, and that was atrocious. Snyder Cut was cool, but that's it. It's dead. Before that, you had the Dark Knight trilogy. Great, Christopher Nolan. He wasn't ever going to do a fourth one. Like those 3 movies are awesome, great. Third one has problems.
So
actually just watched Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it's back to Warner Bros. If you want to keep okay.
Well, I was just saying I saw Batman Begins recently, and I just saw that movie.
Yeah, I should watch that again. Guess what? Studio is owned by Warner Bros.
What studio?
Yeah.
Oh, is owned by
New Line Cinema. So they own Lord of the Rings. No
Oh
one.
yeah, I knew
No
that.
wonder we haven't
Yeah,
gotten any Lord of the Rings.
yes. You're right, exactly. Another property that they do have rights to, and guess what? So they're gonna do a Batman movie, or sorry,
They also own the
rewind.
MonsterVerse to add on.
They do have
That's
the
the final
MonsterVerse.
thing.
They
Yeah.
have. There's a lot of things. Were they the ones that tried to do like the dark universe with Dracula, like a modern day Dracula and the Mummy? Remember the Mummy remake with
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise?
Because they made
And all
that
that they
one,
tried to
and
set up
that's
this
what they were gonna
cinematic
do.
universe, and
Yeah.
it lasted like 3 films and completely
It
bombed.
lasted one movie, right? Wasn't it just the Mummy?
They did Dracula with what's his name? He plays Luke Evans. Yeah, Luke Evans was Dracula.
Really?
It was it was like a different take on Dracula. And then like it wasn't based off the novel. But and then they did The Mummy with Tom Cruise. And then I think that was it. Cuz both those movies were terrible and they bombed.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but yeah, they own Lord of the Rings, and guess what? They have an opportunity to do an animated film of Lord of the Rings set in the during the the time the high I don't know that what's the word I'm thinking of, the height of the Rohirrim. That we're gonna learn about King Helm, and what are they gonna do with it, Tobiah? They're gonna put a chick in it and make it lame and gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately.
because that's what every studio likes to do nowadays. Look at Disney,
Yeah.
Warner Bros.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Just another failed studio.
Well, and so this is, all right, I guess this is our night to talk about DC. Wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
Granted, Joker 2, and then this news, Superman and Crypto, first look photo. Did you see that?
Yes.
What'd you think?
It's all right. Looks like a kid's movie.
It's like a kid's movie. It looks like a James, well, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not
It looks like
really.
a James Gunn movie, but
I don't know.
I guess, well, it's another character in this Superman movie.
Yeah, I know.
How many characters is that now?
People are saying that it should just be called Super People or something like that.
Super people.
Because of all the superheroes in this freaking movie.
Yeah. I am trying not to judge this movie based off everything that's been released about it. I think James Gunn knows what he's doing. It is odd that there are so many characters. It is it's odd that he's been kind of teasing and releasing certain things, and the first photo had its problem. Like it was just odd. This photo I actually really liked. I thought it was really cool. Superman sitting with his dog Crypto, looking over Earth, sitting on the moon. It's like, okay, that I like that. I even like the tone of it. You said it looks like a kid's movie, but this isn't Zack Snyder's Superman. This isn't Man of Steel. Like it's not going. It's going.
It
to
very
be
much reminded me of the early 2000s Superman.
Sure.
Like that.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, I mean Christopher Reeves, and who's the other guy? He did one Superman movie.
Oh,
I don't know his name. It was in like 2004.
I know it wasn't James
something.
Morrison or whatever his name was in that one.
I don't know.
And Kevin Spacey playing.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey played Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
2006, Superman Returns.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that movie.
Brandon Routh.
The only thing I remember about that movie is the him getting shot in the eye with a bullet.
Oh yeah,
crushing the bullet.
And the plane crashing into the baseball field.
Oh, dude. You know what? The thing is, there are so many like movie trailers that are just incredible and so cool, and like got you so hyped for movies that just led to movies that were trailers for movies that were just awful. Like Superman Returns. I remember that trailer being really cool. But Man of Steel, the Man of Steel trailer. I don't know if you remember it, but I watched it recently, and dude, it is like it just gets you so hyped and so like it gives you chills. You have the score, Hans Zimmer's score, which I didn't know this, but John Williams, he did the score. I think it was for the first Superman movie. But like they take, you know, Hans Zimmer takes John Williams' score and like really slowly builds up to it in the trailer, and you have Russell Crowe, is Jarrell, I think that's his name, talking to his son, and anyway, it's such a cool trailer, and of course led to that movie, which I know that people have mixed opinions on it, but
it's a pretty good movie.
It's a good movie. I just don't think it's a good Superman movie.
Yeah, I don't know,
but I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm not gonna.
I think I think it's a really good Superman movie, because there's a couple scenes that you're like when he finally becomes Superman, like it's such a awesome moment, and you're like, yeah, this guy is Superman.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know yeah, okay, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean the image. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I don't know that James Gunn should be directing and making this Superman movie. I mean, he should have delegated it to somebody else.
Right. He's good at we obviously know he's good at taking obscure, unknown characters and making good movies. He's good at team movies, team up movies. And the Superman movie seems to be a team up movie, with the title of Superman being the first Superman movie in the new DC universe. So it's like, dude, what are you doing? I
think he's just trying to establish like this world is a world with superheroes, and everybody knows there's superheroes. There's lots of superheroes. It's normal for there to be superheroes all over the place. I think that's what he's going for. I'm wondering if a lot of these heroes are just like barely in the movie, you know, and it's just like we're always running into superheroes because it's just so common, because there's so many superheroes in this universe that we just run into a bunch of superheroes. Like it just happens because this is the world that he's trying to establish, is that this is a world of superheroes, and it's normal that there's so many superheroes. That could be what he's going for.
Could be.
I think it's a good possibility.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's so much leaning on this movie being good, because if it's not good, people are done with DC. Like they're just going to be completely done.
Warner Bros.
They're not gonna give DC another chance. Like this is it. And so there's a lot riding on it, and so I don't know. It's gonna be
it'll be interesting.
An interesting movie.
You got Fantastic Four with Marvel, and then Superman coming out, I think, like the same month. And it's Fantastic Four the next year. No, I don't know. Whatever. But it's going to be interesting to see where the superhero genre is following that movie, and based on how that movie performs.
Yeah.
I have high hopes. I am looking forward to July, when I get to go probably take my boys to go sit and watch a Superman movie in theaters. I'm excited. Will I be let down? Probably. But we'll see. We'll see. Just being positive.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. I mean, anything else along those lines?
No, not really. We can move on from DC.
Okay. Definitely didn't expect to give that much time to all that.
For sure.
But that's okay. That's what this show is like, for what it's about.
Yep.
We're just laid back here. Let's have fun. I saw The Wild Robot and Transformers 1, two animated films, animated films that are doing really well in the box office, which I love to see. It just makes me so mad. Actually, I saw I saw an article today saying that the director of The Wild Robot wants to make, guess what? Wild Robot 2. Because we love sequels. We want more sequels. This is another thing I want to talk about, but I'll just say it briefly. I think I'm pretty sure it's the top 15 highest grossing films of 2024 are either sequels or remakes. Basically sequels.
Yeah.
They're all sequels. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
This year has been a sequel. Or a third one. I don't know, whatever. It for the most part, so it's sequels. It's ridiculous. But so guess what studios are gonna do? Like they're gonna see, our most successful movies this year were sequels. So let's keep making sequels. Let's keep making remakes. But why is that, Tobiah? We've said this 100 times before. Why is it that only sequels are being successful?
Because that's all there is.
Because they can't make original content.
Yeah, they can't make original content.
They can't make good
that's all
original
there is
stories.
Sequels, yeah.
They have to rely upon name brands and IPs. They have to rely upon nostalgia in order to get people to go see movies. And it's getting old. That's for sure. Anyways, Wild Robot, incredible movie. I will say one of the best animated films in the last decade. Probably my top 5. Like it was just amazing. It was amazing. So the director, if I'm not mistaken, he used to work for Disney, no longer does, and he's kind of been doing his own thing. I think he's the guy that did How to Train Your Dragon. So he's done other stuff for DreamWorks, and this is DreamWorks, and so he does the Wild Robot. Man, it was just an incredible story. It was at a very pro-life message. It was given what
you did a mini review on it. You don't want to.
I know.
I'm gonna have to cut some of this out.
Okay. Well, go check
We're
out.
We're trying to make money
review.
here, Trenton.
I know. Go ahead and check out our mini review for The Wild Robot, where I talk about this movie, which is incredible. But it was just really well done. I loved it. And then you had Transformers 1, where similar. It's an obviously well-known IP. So you have Wild Robot, that movie is going to be probably on the list of one of the highest grossing movies of the year. I think it's not doing incredibly well, but for an not independent, but as an animated film, it's its own thing. It's not connected to an IP. It's doing really well in the box office. And it's just such a good movie. And then Transformers 1, which is a big IP, well known, and that was surprisingly really good. Once again, I did a mini review. I'm not gonna get into it. It has some plot problems. It has a lot of issues, but the third act, and I said this in my review, the first 2 acts have problems, but the third act was really good, and I don't see that very often. But the third act was good, and it kind of made up for the first 2 acts. So I'll just say that. Good movie, good animated film. And guess what? People took their kids to see it. What other animated film did we get this year that was decent? Didn't have any, it wasn't preaching to you, no agendas. Well, Inside Out 2. Oh, now it's the highest grossing film of all time, or animated film of all time. So it's just parents want to take their kids to see movies. Studios will make money if they make good movies, good animated films, and put them in theaters. But they do so by just do so while telling good stories that people want to hear and want their kids to hear and see and watch and learn and be inspired by. It's pretty straightforward. It doesn't take a whole lot. It's just I think animation there's just a lot of animation. I was watching The Wild Robot, and one thing I realized was, one, I enjoyed it more than my 5-year-old and 3-year-old. Like, my 3-year-old thought we were going to see Transformers, and he's like, "Where's all the robots?" When we're halfway through the movie. There was one robot. Well, then there's more robots later on, but whatever. He wanted to see Transformers, but we saw Wild Robot, and they enjoyed it. It was fun, but I enjoyed it more than they did. But that just goes to tell you that animated films can be for kids and for adults, and that's what Disney, that's what Pixar always was. Like, Toy Story can be enjoyed by adults. It's a good movie. Toy Story 2 is another great movie. Toy Story 3, good movie. Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Ratatouille, Up, Bug's Life. It's like these are good films. Funny enough, they're adult characters in all those movies for the most part, but they're played by bugs and toys and cars and fish. And they're for kids, but they can be enjoyed by adults, and they have like adult themes, or like not like a grown up themes, like issues, like themes of loss and grief and just the struggles of life, and how do we overcome our struggles and so forth. So, anyways, I just think animation is such a unique form of storytelling, and now that we have just the technology to make movies like The Wild Robot, I just think there's a lot of potential for animation to be a good medium for storytelling, and one that can be used and should be used in many ways. And obviously we've had animated films for a while now, but it's like there's more opportunity for more stories to be told in that format, and I think we're going to see more of that in the future, probably, possibly. And
yeah,
I don't know. I'm a fan of animation. I think animation's cool. And think of like the Into the Spider-Verse movies. Like, the animation of those films are incredible, and they tell okay stories.
Except don't be like
I think they're good.
Don't be like Disney and make an animated trans clone.
Oh, oh gosh, I didn't want to bring that up, but you did, so there you go. So stupid. What did they call her? Sister? Because the clones, they were all about their sexual identity, and they're in the Clone Wars, we learned that they are their own persons. They have their own autonomy and their own agency, and of course there can be a male clone that decides.
Well, there wasn't even
to be a woman.
There wasn't even any clones that had kids until Disney took Star Wars.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, they weren't
rebels.
They weren't even built to have kids, like, at all.
Yeah, they're built for soldiers.
They're built to be soldiers and die as soldiers,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. Brother. That's whatever. I just can't wait till Clone Wars season 8 comes out, and you get the clone troopers that are all wearing their pride flag, their pride stickers or patches on their shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
Get the blue-haired lesbian. Oh no, I can't wait till the live action Clone Wars, where we get Tamara Morrison with blue hair and a nose ring, talking about his pronouns, telling us his pronouns. Can't wait.
Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, did you have anything else?
As far as news, no. I had a couple fun things for us to do.
Yeah.
If you'd like to do that.
Yeah, sure.
One question, kind of related to how a lot we're talking. What do you think is, and the first one should be easy if you think about it. What are the top 3 highest grossing movie franchises of all time? So franchise altogether.
It'd be Marvel, Star Wars, and I don't know what the third one is.
Yeah, so close. So you got to think outside the box a little bit as far as like movie studios and franchises. So you do have the MCU. MCU about from the list I saw it was $29.83 billion franchise. You know, well above number 2, which is actually Spider-Man. So you have the Sony movies. I don't know if this includes the MCU ones. I don't think it does because, well, 10.6 billion. Maybe it does. Well, no, because you have the Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
You have the 3 Spider-Man movies. You have the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, which didn't make a whole lot. But so I don't know. Either way, Spider-Man is technically number 2, if that counts. But number 3 is Star Wars right below it. So Spider-Man is 10.61 billion. Star Wars is 10.34 billion. And then you have Harry Potter, 9.66. And then 007, 7.84 million.
That's because they have so many movies.
Yeah, I know. They do have a lot. Yeah. Fast and Furious, and with their like gazillion movies.
Yeah.
7.33, and DC 7.19. So, yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
These Spider-Man Star Wars.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Star Wars obviously makes sense, especially because Force Awakens was made $2 billion.
Yeah.
What could have been? All right, to finish this off, Tobiah, let's I don't know how far we'll make it through this. Maybe we'll do a part 2 next week. But I want to do a tier ranking list of I went through and I picked out 20 of the top the top 20 IMDb animated films. So top 20 on IMDb of movies that I know you and I have both seen. So there's been some. Have you seen any like the Studio Ghibli anime films?
A couple, but not really.
I regrettably actually have not, because I know Spirited Away is considered to be one of the best animated films ever. My what's the other one called? I can't remember another popular one, but I've not seen them. Not of like I don't care. I've not been big in anime. I've seen some anime and I do like it. I haven't watched Studio Ghibli, but maybe I'll do that eventually. Either way, so I went through and literally it's like, you know, a couple of Studio Ghibli films and then a couple of ones I've never even heard of on this list. But this is basically the top 20 of ones that we're aware of. And funny enough is it's all Disney and Pixar pretty much, except for a couple that aren't. Some of them are what's it called? DreamWorks. Yeah, DreamWorks. So which is funny. Like Disney, we'll give credit where credit is due. And because I do like Disney pre like 2015, 14, whatever. Like Disney was one of the greatest animated studios of all time. So anyways, let's start out with a banger, Tobiah. Where would you rank on an S tier list? S, A, B, C, D, F. Where would you personally put Toy Story 1?
Toy Story 1. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm saying. I've seen it a gazillion times because of my boys.
Maybe B.
What? Toy Story, like anime, like I'm talking about animated film, like we're just in the category of animation, not like films in general, not just
the animation, like the way it's animated.
Like no. Like as like if you're in the category of animation, what is your like the top animated film? Your number one like S tier animation film. Would you still put Toy Story at B? Because if you do, I'm done. I quit the show.
Probably.
What? Okay.
Maybe A.
What do you have above Toy Story? Toy Story is the greatest. I mean, it's like it's at least my top 5. It's probably top 3. It's an S tier film. Okay, it's
maybe A. Maybe A.
Okay. Well,
I don't know that it's S tier. I would say Toy Story 2, maybe S tier.
Okay, I mean, fair. Toy Story 2, I think, is better. Well, no, I Toy Story 1, 2, and 3 are like a perfect trilogy.
Yeah.
I just it like as perfect as you're gonna get in trilogies. I think it's there. And like I have a hard time not putting that in like all three of those in S tier.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
Because Toy Story 2 is my favorite of the three. But
Toy Story 3 is really good too.
yeah. Oh man, those are good. Okay,
But yeah.
this is not going the way I was expecting. Okay, so
I guess I could put
I say
Toy
S tier.
Story. I get the Toy Story trilogy. I could put in S tier. Like if you're looking at it as a
Yeah.
trilogy, I would say yeah, it's an S tier.
Okay, Toy Story trilogy S tier, S tier. But Toy Story 1, because I do have the other two movies on here. Toy Story 1, I say S tier. If you want to say B tier, that's fine. We would put it in. I can put it out. I don't want to, but I'll put it in the middle and make it even and at A tier.
Yeah,
If that's what we want to
that's
do.
fine.
Okay. B tier. Okay, Tobiah, number 2. And I'm surprised this is the number 2 rated animated film. I think it was number 2, or maybe Spirited Away was. I don't even remember. It was number 2.
Spirited Away,
Disney
I think is.
Pixar. Okay. Up.
It's a really good movie, no doubt.
Yeah. It is.
Man. But I'm also thinking about like, do I just like enjoy it? You know?
A lot of animation is about enjoyment. Like, I mean, but well, okay.
Okay, so if Toy Story, if
And
I'm
the
putting
story.
Toy Story at A, I would probably put this in line with the first Toy Story at A.
You'd put it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think Up is A tier. Like, I don't have any problems with Up, and I think it is an incredible movie. So I mean, yeah, I'd say it's an A. It's A tier.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually is gonna be hard for me not to put a lot of these in S tier, and I gotta be like, I gotta stretch it out here. Okay, Finding Nemo. Where most of these are Pixar, because
Yeah.
like, Pixar is the greatest animated studio of all
Yeah.
time. Okay, it just is. And it's been
Up
pumping
until
out
COVID.
garbage for the last since COVID. Anyways, Finding Nemo.
They're all gonna be the same. I mean, it's all gonna just be A.
Like,
I mean,
so okay, maybe that we should just rank Pixar movies.
yeah, I know.
You'd say A tier.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Finding, oh man, yeah, okay, maybe this is harder than I was expecting it to
do
be.
I put it below Up in Toy Story? I mean,
No. All right, we're shoving that in A tier, along with a lot of other films that are gonna get shoved in A tier. Wall-E. This one might be lower, at least for me.
Yeah.
I'll start with this one. Wall-E is a. I'd be controversial. It's a C tier for me. I think that Wall-E is good. I also think Wall-E has some problems, and there are aspects of it that I don't enjoy a whole lot. So
yeah, I was gonna say
I mean,
D even for me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, it's not a movie that I'm like, will I watch it ever again? Probably once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's probably got one or two more rewatches in my lifetime.
Oh, okay.
It's got a lot of issues.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So you say D tier?
Yeah.
So I say C. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a D. I'll put it in D tier. We'll put it down low. Toy Story 3. Where'd you put Toy Story 3?
I mean, kind of like what I was saying, like with the whole, I mean, as an individual movie, I guess Toy Story 3 is really good. Probably S tier.
Wait. Okay, so you'd put Toy Story 3. Maybe this is just different generation, which we've had disagreements. You'd put this above Toy Story 1.
I would put the second and third one above the first one.
Is it just because it's old, or are you an idiot?
Well, I mean, Toy Story 1, it gets kind of boring at points.
Boring?
It's not like my go-to movie.
Okay. It's fine. Okay, whatever.
I haven't watched it in a long time, and there's a reason I haven't watched it in a long time.
I know. I'm saying this as a dad who's watched all these movies 100 times.
Yeah.
As of recently. I gave Toy Story 1 S tier. I'm going to be fair and give this one an A tier. You say S. But hey, you said S. You know what? I'll put it in it. We're putting it in S. It's an S tier movie.
Well, I was saying, the whole trilogy, together is an S tier trilogy.
It is.
So do I just put them all in S tier? I guess I could. But
you didn't put the first one. You put the first one in B.
Well, yeah. I guess. No. I think A is probably a little more accurate than B.
Okay.
I don't know. This is my first time doing a S tier list. Okay.
I gotta be.
What are we on right now?
We're how many?
Yeah.
We're on number 6.
Okay,
well,
that's
I'm
a good time.
Number 6.
So let's go and do it. Let's do four. Do this in 4 episodes. We're almost to an hour,
okay.
So let's go ahead and call it now.
Okay.
So we'll do 4 parts.
So 5. Yeah. Okay.
So 5 in each one. Yeah.
We might skip next week because I want to do a Halloween movie.
That's fine.
Tier list.
Yeah.
Just because it's gonna be our Halloween episode next week.
Yep.
All right. Yep. First 5 movies, we got Toy Story in A tier. Well, okay, let's do S. What movies we have in S? We have actually one movie in S right now. We have Toy Story 3. Toy Story 1 is in A tier. And Up, A tier. Finding Nemo, A tier. WALL-E in D tier. We'll probably make a lot of people mad, but you know what? We do that a lot.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Yep.
We kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Cool.
First of 4 ranking of animated films. We're going to do this more often. These are fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to yell at each other. And that's also fun.
I think Toy Story 3 also has one of the best villains ever.
Incredible villain. Yes.
And the fact that...
From motivations to backstory to well-developed and a good fallen character. Yeah. Great.
And the fact that he stays purely evil throughout the entire movie.
Yes.
You think he's turning at the end there, and then he doesn't, and he stays evil. I think that's great. And then he dies. He doesn't die, but he dies as much as he could in an animated movie.
Yeah. He doesn't get disintegrated.
Yeah.
Wait, how does he die? Or what is
he gets put on the dump truck.
Dump truck, yeah. Okay.
But that's where he'll be for the rest of his life, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Wasting away. Oh, we need to do a Pixar season. There's so much that we could talk about as far as Pixar. So many incredible themes and
just
good stories.
That ending to the entire trilogy in that movie, where he goes off to college, is just so perfect.
Good. Yeah, it totally.
And just pretend the 4th movie doesn't exist.
Give it away. 4th movie is just garbage.
All right.
And then, but hey, we're getting a 5th one because that's what we wanted.
Which means they're doing a 6th, because you don't stop at 5.
Right. Well, Pirates of the Caribbean stopped at 5, and then they fired Johnny Depp, and now they want to do Margot Robbie spin-off movie. Now they're not going to do that, apparently, and now they might do a 6th movie if Johnny Depp decides to, if they pay him a lot of money. And once again, as we started off this whole episode and we come full circle, you give a lot of, when money's involved, the movie sucks.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So, Pirates of the Caribbean franchise died after 3.
Yeah. 3 was so good. So was 2 and 1. That's an S tier trilogy.
I haven't seen the third one in a while, and I'm hearing a lot of people say the third movie's not good, and I'm really curious why. I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot that happens, and they just do a lot more of like supernatural stuff and whatnot. But
Yeah.
first two movies are incredible. I know that. I remember that. And I always remember liking the third, so I want to go back and watch the third.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it's been a long time since I've seen the third movie. So
All
I need
right.
to. Yeah, you know what?
Cool.
I need to watch Pirates of the Caribbean again.
All right. Well, I'll watch the Toy Story trilogy. You can watch the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you guys enjoyed this
Yeah.
episode.
So fun one.
Remember, we can watch animated movies too. Those are good movies as well.
Yes.
We don't have to just be watching live action stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. And remember, you can support us on our Patreon. We also do mini reviews there. And we do a little bit of chit-chatting before that. And yeah, it's fun. We need your support. So if you want to head over there, we appreciate it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.